Every year, the Blitz Fair is a fantastic way to save your gold and get fantastic Tier 8, Tier 7, Tier 10 vehicles for hopefully a much cheaper price tag than they normally do come out for. The Blitz Fair is almost like Black Friday, but virtual. It's a great way to save money. And I'm going to be picking in today's video the top 4 vehicles that I think that you should try and get your hands on in the Blitz Fair, if they do, of course, get released. I obviously don't know what tanks are going to be released and what tanks aren't, so I can't really make a 100% certain guarantee that all the vehicles I'm talking about in today's video are going to be Blitz Fair tanks, but what I can say, if one of these 4 or 2 of these 4, or maybe if in heck you're lucky, all 4 of these pop up, these are the vehicles that are most likely going to be the strongest if that's what you're looking for. We're going to be starting off with the T54E2 Shark. This is a Tier 8 American heavy, and it's kind of strong because everything is strong about it. It's one of those vehicles where you can't really name any downside. It's fast, going at 40 kilometers per hour. Its gun is nice with 310 damage per shot. It's decently accurate with 0.317 dispersion. It's got decent aiming time, very good penetration for what tier it's at. As well, the tank has very good armor. Its turret is almost impervious frontally, and it's got 10 degrees of gun depression. And when you add all of those together, it's got good armor, good gun depression, good mobility, good gun. There's nothing bad. There's not a single bad thing that you can name about the Shark. So it makes it an incredibly powerful tank and probably one of the best tier 8s in the game. I remember when I originally made my video on this tank and I couldn't really name anything that made it so strong. It's just that everything combined makes it such a good vehicle. So what do we have up against us? We've got a Bat Chatillon Barask, very strong tank. Got to be worried about that, especially if it gets to my side. We got an STA-1, Tiger 2, VK100, and a Smasher. Those are the ones that at least I'm going to be worried about. Now, as you can see, easily I'm getting in the position very quickly as well. That's just the great thing, is that this thing is so fast. I mean, that VK100 doesn't even have a chance to get in the position before I'm already here. There's the Smasher, so maybe we can aim in a shell on him, or not. I don't even know where that shell went, but apparently not where I wanted it to. Either way, let's put on our adrenaline. Let's see if we can start dumping shells out as that VK. There's one nice tap already for 260. We do have a Tiger 2 off to the side, and there's a Smasher doing Smasher things, I guess. Hopefully that my team is going to be able to support me, though. That is one of the big things that I really need, is support. And what the heck did I just get stuck on there? I wonder. Either way, let's see if we can get a nice tap into that VK. There you go. 274, and we even got a bounce from our vehicle. So we're doing okay. Let's see if we can get a shell into the Smasher. Hello. There you go. 324 hit points off of you. And with that, we're already sitting at 1100 damage. I mean, this thing very, very easily picks up the damage. We got this VK100. There you go. Nice tracking shell. Wow, he actually penned me? Oh, he hit right on the cusp of my lower plate. I'm actually super impressed that that guy even managed to hit that shell. But let's load a premium shot just to make sure it doesn't bounce. And now we've got vehicles like the Tiger to the deal with. Now, while we've managed to clear 2 heavies, so has the enemy team on our lineup. So it's kind of an eye for an eye right now. This Tiger, I'm kind of hoping, exposes his front. There you go. But what the heck? Okay, well, clearly my luck is not going great today. We got the Bat Chatillon Barask off to the side, which, as we know, is the very, very strong autoloader. It's a tank that you really don't want to mess with, but we're going to try to right now. I do want to clear that tank, not a tank I want to have on the enemy team. So let's see if we can do that. Hopefully this IS is going to get some nice shells out as well. Come on, aiming, and yeet! There you go. Nice tap for 479 into the rear of that vehicle. And with that, my IS also got a very nice snap into that tank, so he was a very healthy tier 8 light-ish tank, I guess I'd call it. I mean, I was going to say light tank, but the Bat Chat is not a light. It's actually a medium. We got the Tiger 2 off to the side. Maybe we can get a nice tap into this vehicle. There you go. 339. Let's back on the cover. I got to be careful, though. I got to be very careful. Right now, it is even on the tanks, so I want to make sure that I don't blow my hit points. There's the Tiger 2 still in that position, so maybe we can get a nice shot into him. I mean, I want to be careful just because of the Bat Chat. I don't want to be hit by him. So let's see if we can get a shell into this Tiger if he exposes his front trap wheel. There you go. Nice tap for 320. And oh mama, that Smasher just gave him a whopping of a shell, which obviously that guy probably did not enjoy all too much. Let's finish this guy off. I don't even know why he decided to take that trade. But with that now, the enemy team is not going very well for the chance of winning. Let's see if we can get a shell into the Leo. Ooh, maybe not. And we got the Bat Chat behind me. That's not good news there either. I'm hoping that my Smasher is able to get a shell out. While that's going on, I'm going to try and get some shots into the Leo over here, the tier 7 Swedish medium. And there you go. There's one nice tap. Our IS is still very healthy, which is good. And it also looks like the Smasher got a pretty nice tap out. There you go. Finished him off. And with that, I gotta be careful from the bat chat, but apart from that, we are doing pretty good. Let's see if we can finish off the SP1C. And, yeah, all that's left is the bat chat brass. We're at 3,987 damage for this first game. And I mean, again, as I said, the Shark just does everything well. Sure, its armor on flat grounds might not be amazing, but the gun was more than capable of doing everything else we needed it to in this battle, which just showed how strong the tank can be. So here we go, speed is key. Now the bat chat was last spotted around there, and I'm not sure if the guy's gonna go towards this way. You never really know. So, we are spotted, which is good news and bad news. I mean, if the guy gets my side, he's gonna take off 640 in literally a moment's notice, which is not really what you want. Take a blind shot there, never hurts to try. But what I'm going to do is the ultimate big brain strategy. Oh, there he is. Hello, Bat Chat. Yeah, I'm sorry. You are dead. Haha. In midair as well. Looks like we perfectly caught him off guard. That wasn't the plan. I was just going to go towards the base because I didn't really know what else to do. But, yeah, I mean, pretty good. We did 4,156 damage, made 200,000 credits, and pulled out a mastery. Now, obviously, we made an extra 100,000 from that mastery there, so don't, think that we just earned all that from the tank, but still, pretty good game. So now let's get into the rest. Next up we have, oh wait, this is a pinned vehicle, I clicked the wrong thing. Next up we have the Defender Mark 1. Now this vehicle is strong because it's got great turret armor plus a fantastic clip. It doesn't have as much DPM as the Centurion RAAC. In fact, I think I've gone on as quoting that the RAAC is not as good as this vehicle, and I still strongly stand by that. Sure, the RAAC may have better hull armor, it may have better mobility, I think, by a little bit, but this tank has the clip, and clips are more important in my opinion, because being able to dump out damage on the enemy over shooting them for a prolonged amount of time, dumping always is easier to do. And this tank has turret armor. That is where it's strong. The turret on this vehicle is incredibly thick. In fact, hull down-wise, it's almost impossible to penetrate. So up against us, we got a Carnarvon, T-34, and then the tanks that I got to worry about is the T-49, T-30-45, and a VK-30-02D. You really don't need to worry too much when you're hull down, but the 49, I mean, this vehicle has very little armor when it comes to the side armor. So you got to be careful when enemy tanks do try getting your sides. But it carries a 190 damage clip, but it gets 4 shells. So it's 190 times 4. Oh, there's the T-49. There's 1 shell. Ooh, we can even get HE into the rear of his tank, so we're going to try that. There's 2, and let's even get a shell there. But as I did say, the 49 will butter through my hull, and he did. I wanted to clear him, though. It was worth it. I wanted to trade those hit points. It was definitely worth it to clear that tank, because guess what? Now I don't need to deal with him anymore. So perfect. Reported, yes. I'm reported for doing my job as a tank. Either way, we've got the VK-30-02D over here, and beautiful. Yes. Alright, so let's see. So we got the VK-30. Let's start getting shells in. There's 216 damage. Can we HE him? No, we can't. But already, I mean, this guy is dead for me. Oh, well, I guess we didn't get that final shell out. But you can see where the clip is crazy on this tank. Now, that was an HE shell that we watched there. And what tank would shoot an HE shell? Probably an ISU. So I'm going to be careful. I'm going to poke over to this side. Let's see if we can get some shells into the T-34. There's 195. There's another shot. That guy's dead. Then we got the ISU. There's 191. There's another tap. I mean, we're already sitting at 2,300 damage, and it was that easy to pick up the damage. You can see where clipping potential is amazing. 8 more seconds left, and we got another full clip ready to rumble. 5, 4, 3. Honestly, I might not even waste my time on this guy. I mean, we might get like 1 shell out. There you go. We got 1 shell, but I'm going to start reloading my clip. I'm going to go for vehicles like this Carnarvon over here. I think we can get some pretty big clips out if we are able to. So here we go. 8, 7, 6. Come on, reload, reload. If we get the rear of this guy, we might be able to penetrate him with high explosive, which we are. Yes, yes, yes. So here we go. There's 1 HE. Here comes number 2, and let's see if we can get, whatever. Come on, I want to get that. Whatever. We're just going to fire AP. I guess that works too. Oh, go away, go away. I don't want to fight your 3,000 DPM. No, thank you. All right, we're all good. We're all good. I really, really wish that last shell had penned, but whatever. I guess I got greedy as it was to get those HEs out. Let's reload another couple seconds here. 5, 4, 3, and wow, that guy just got nuked. Either way, pretty good game. As you saw, once again, we were able to do our job. We got out some pretty nice damage. How much exactly did we do? 3,267. Made ourselves 93,000 credits. Again, you can see where this tank is great. Its DPM, it's okay. Just like the Bat Chatillon Barask, which for some reason people say have bad DPM, this tank as well does not have the most DPM. It's about average for a medium. I mean, if you compare that DPM to, let's say, a T44, for example, which carries a 100 millimeter, the T44 is sitting at around, that's the wrong gun, about 2064 DPM. So it's not bad DPM. It's just, it's okay. It does its job. It's got great turret armor, 10 degrees of gun depression, fantastic mobility, fantastic tank, and definitely a vehicle that you want to keep an eye out for on the Blitz Fair. Next up, this tank doesn't need an introduction. It's the Chimera. It carries a 440 damage per shot gun. It's got good mobility. It's very heavy, which makes it fantastic at ramming. Its upper plate is very troll. It can get a lot of bounces from tier 7s and even sometimes tier 8 mediums. And as well, 10 degrees of gun depression. I mean, it's got everything. Again, there's really no downside to this tank. You would think that it would have poor DPM for a 440 alpha gun, but it doesn't. It has 2000 DPM, which makes it very strong. So here we are in a tier 8 game. We got an AMX CDA against us, ISU. Those are going to be strong. I got to be careful. In fact, one shot from each of those tank, and I'll have like maybe 300 hit points left, so I'm going to be careful. This thing's turret armor is actually the weak spot of this tank. As long as you load premium shells, you can go through the turret. It's about a 200 millimeter thick turret. I mean, it's still decent, but it's not amazing. So what does the enemy team have for mobility? They got a Revelorise and a STA. So most likely the enemies are not going to be able to get up that hill, and if they do, then they're going to bleed a lot for it. I'm going to push up here. Let's just keep aiming at the hill just to make sure nobody ever pokes it. Oh, yep, there's the Rev, and there you go. 512 damage was just slapped right off of that vehicle. As I said, if they try to poke that hill, very, very greatly punished. So I'm not really sure what that Rev is going to plan on doing now, because he's already lost a big chunk of his health, but I will, I don't really know what I'll do, I'll be honest. I'm just kind of chilling here right now. We got the STA, we got the T32. Maybe we can get a tap into that STA. Boom! There you go. 487 damage. This vehicle being very fair and balanced. You know, more alpha than the average tier 8 heavy. Again, let's just reload. We got the T32 off to the side. We got the Rev. That Rev is really not doing well anymore. I'm going to push over here. Maybe we can get a, oh, you know what? Yep, there you go. 507 damage off that guy. The Rev somehow bounced me. Oh, because he shot my turret and not my hull. But this is where I want to be, because now the Rev can't poke. If he does, he'll die. Although we are on a bit of a long reload. Obviously, when you do have more alpha, you have a longer reload as well. So what do I want to do here? Well, the T32 is over there. Oop, we did just get hit for 500 because of the VK. But let's finish off the Rev. Sweet. That's exactly what I wanted. And now we got like the VK over here. Don't really want to play with that. So let's back up so that he can't see my tank's weak spots. And maybe we can get a nice tap into his vehicle as well. I mean, he is completely exposing his hull to me. So let's aim in and come on. Come on, you don't want to poke it. You know you want to. Ooh. Oh, he really doesn't. He really doesn't want to poke it. I do have reticle calibration on this tank, which makes my vehicle stupidly accurate. But yeah, that's just another plus about this tank. I really want to use the reticle cali, but not yet. I'm not going to waste my time on that. I'm going to push over here. Sorry, my voice kind of died on me there. But yeah, let's just poke the T32. Let's get a nice tap into his lower plate for 364. Bit of a low roll, but yeah, I'll take it. I don't know what this AMX is doing. He doesn't have the gun depression for that. But, oh well, let's just reload here. Let's plop on our reticle calibration so we don't miss. There you go. Another massive low roll for 360. And with that, AMX, are you just going to literally do nothing? Or, okay, I guess he's just going to do nothing. Oh, the ISU got me. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know what this AMX is doing, I'll be honest. I mean, that's one of the downsides of Blitz, is while your tank may be very strong, your teammates might not be. And we got two massive low rolls there as well. But it looks like we should be able to come out with a victory here. My WZ-110 is getting some nice shells out. This AMX is, I don't know. Hopefully he kills the T-32. Yes! Alright, so this should most likely be a win. I'll cut until the battle's over. We'll see the post-game results. And, yeah. Oh my god, we actually won this battle. My team was possibly one of the worst teams I've seen in a while, but somehow we came out with a victory, and because of that, I still can't complain. So, even though we died pretty quickly, we still did 2,239 damage, second on the team. Now that's not saying much because our team was, as you can see, quite poor. But still, it's pretty good. You can very easily see where the Chimera, just in that very short time span, was able to rack out damage numbers. And we more likely should have done about 2,400, judging that we had two massive low rolls. 440 average damage, and we rolled like 360 on two of our shots. So that kind of sucks. But either way, yeah, the Chimera, it's a super strong tank. It's probably the best tier 8 in the game right now, and you can pretty easily see why. That was just my fault why we died. Finally, we have the WZ-121GFT. This tier 8 Chinese heavily armored tank destroyer is weird because it's not really heavily armored. It's actually a mobile tank. It goes 50 kilometers per hour, but it also has 120 millimeters of angled armor on the front, which means that it's got very troll armor. In fact, if you're using the 6 degrees of gun depression, easily capable of bouncing shells frontally. Not to mention, the tank also carries 2700 damage per minute if you're running calibrated, enough penetration to butter through enemy tanks, and, yeah, I mean, that's really all there is. It's accurate, it's got a lot of mobility, plenty of gun depression, and this is a very rare tank to find. Also, it's got PBR, which is just, I mean, you can see the reflections there. It looks very, very nice. Very nice. So what does the enemy team have? They got a 50 TP, they got a Barask, gotta be worried about that thing, because if it gets my rear, well, that's more than half of my health gone. KB4, M3 go, alright, we're gonna see what we can do here. I'm gonna currently push my tank, I'm gonna push it into the bush up here. I got plenty of mobility to try and get shots into the enemies. You can see there was a tree that was knocked down there, so what that means is, there you go, we got two Batchat Barasks that are shooting each other right now, and trading both of their hit points. Kind of pointless, not gonna lie. I've done it myself too. I mean, I've ran my Barask probably around 40 times, and while running it, that is one of the most common things, is trading hit points, I've noticed. But, ooh, look at that, a T44. Hello, comrade. There you go, 366 hit points taken off of that guy. We're going to plop on our adrenaline. Maybe we'll get some more damage out, although the T44 is pretty quickly trying to run away. We also have the T54 off to the side, and a T49 that doesn't understand what driving is. Maybe that T54 will drive forwards again? Maybe not. I don't really know. There's only one way to find out. So we're gonna, I don't really know what I want to do. Ooh, that Barask might be pushing here. Backing up. Hello, Barask. Are you gonna come here? I'm waiting patiently. I don't know. I don't know, actually. The Barask we have is very low on health. So that's one thing to keep in mind. We've got the Yo over there. We also have the 50 TP, but no, it doesn't look like the Barask is coming back, at least not yet. So we got the Scorpion here. There's a nice tap into that Scorpion. Oh no, the Barask is coming back. Okay, good to know. Thank you very much, T49, for finishing that guy off. And you can move, you can go, yes. There you go, good sir. Let us, Well, the issue is obviously the 50 TP. I think it is, yeah, the 50 TP is a very strong tank. And I don't really want to play with it. Sadly, my T49 just missed, so because of that, the Barask was able to take off literally all of that guy's hit points. But let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can maybe get a shell into the Barask as it is. Come on, speed is key. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, come on, come on, come on. And turn, 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 turn. Yeet! Yes, beautiful shell into the Barask. And hopefully this 49 is going to finish him off. Yes? Oh my god, he missed. You've got to be kidding me. Well, this might be a loss because now I'm in a very, very tricky situation. Yes! Okay, now we're fine. Now we're fine. I was so worried there that that Barask kind of had me because I couldn't really do much. But no, we're good. The 50 TP is a bit of a threat. But when it comes to DPM, as I said, is this tank actually has very nice DPM. So we actually out-reloaded that T54 there. As you can see, these are my top 4 picks for the Blitzfair vehicles. All of these games went very well. We didn't do as good in the Chimera or the WZ-120, but I mean, you could easily see where the mobility worked very well with the tank. I really like it, and yeah, all of these tanks are my top choices. Don't really know what to say apart from that. Obviously, if you want to save your gold, don't spend it, and if you don't want to buy gold, then don't buy it. But if you're going to spend money on the Blitzfair and you wanted to know what the best tanks were, these are my choices. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and other than that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!